Welcome to the Batch Boys. We are boys and a girl who love the Batch. Boys and girl, should we toast to episode 3 of the Batch Boys, season 2, to JoJo.
To JoJo.
All right.
Yay.
I'm Ryan S.
I'm Casey S.
I'm Daniel B.
And I'm Natasha M.
And we are the Batch Boys and a Batch Girl. That's right. You may remember from last week. It's been a long time. But I quit last episode, and I'm here. But someone had to quit. So we forced Jake C out of the Batch Boys. I don't know where he is. I hope he's dead.
Wow.
I
That
don't
is so
care.
harsh.
Who are you, Chad?
I'm going to find him. We can't talk about Chad yet. We can't talk about Chad yet because we have to talk about our special guest filling in for Jake C because he's on a film set. He's a hardworking boy. Special guest, Natasha Martinez.
Woohoo.
For another last name revealed on the Batch Boys.
Yay.
Former Miss California 2015, current host on Collider, and a professional girl.
That I am. And I'm so excited to join you boys.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah.
We're so happy to have you. It's nice to get some feminine insight, especially from a professional, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So much credentials on this side of the table over there.
You know, just trying to vary it up. Sorry, Jake C. You may never return.
Ooh.
We'll see how tonight goes.
First.
Yeah, why don't you go
I like her. She got
Fiery.
spunk. Fiery.
Spicy.
Oh, muy
Like
caliente.
this Cabernet Sauvignon.
Casey, would you like to introduce our glass of wine for the night? Who are we
will.
drinking?
Yeah, we're drinking Sutter Home. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon. It's just a beautiful earthy blend. It's a fantastic wine. But I have a surprise for you guys. Just like The Bachelor, I will not be drinking Sutter Home tonight. I will be shaking it up because there are no rules this season.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, my
Introduce
God.
a new segment.
I'm drinking a beer.
What?
Yeah. Things are getting weird.
Just because... I don't like that there's no rules this season. Everything's confusing. In fact, the no rules this season is bleeding right into my wardrobe. I'm not matching. Nothing. This tie doesn't match this jacket. The tie's actually too long, but you can't see that behind the table.
What's this
But
show
you
about
did
again?
just show them.
I think it's a show about The Bachelor.
Right.
We should talk about it, even though at this point it might as well be called The Chadchiller, but we're not going to talk about Chad. We're not going to do what ABC did, and we're going to do what ABC did because we're going to make you wait. They made us wait 2 nights for the dramatic conclusion because they're a bunch of sadists. The ABC sadists back to screw us, so we're going to screw you. We made you wait a couple extra days, and we're going to make you wait for Chad. But there's a lot of other fun stuff to talk about.
Chad will come at the end of the episode.
He's gonna.
So if you're listening,
Spoiler alert.
or possibly the next episode, depending on how long this is, we might be breaking it up into 2.
Maybe
just
we'll-
letting you know now if you are listening and have no idea what's going on.
Who knows?
Yeah.
There might be a part 2 because we're going to be the sadists. It's our just desserts. Glug, 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 glug.
Just like this lovely dessert wine that Casey put in the dirt.
And this beer.
Yum, 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 yum. Anyways, The Bachelor. It was a great... It's been awesome.
Ben?
The show's been awesome. No. The Bachelorette.
Oh, okay.
JoJo.
Jojo.
JoJo. Oh, what a gal. It's been a crazy, crazy season so far. Obviously, a lot of it having to do with Chad, but there's been a lot of fun. Let's talk one-on-ones from this week. There was a lot of great one-on-ones because we had 2 weeks of one-on-ones. We had Chase with the sexy yoga date. How'd you feel about that, Casey?
Look, I'm just saying, you guys gave me so much flack for my pick, and Chase is the man. He got his jib jab going. What was it called? Jib
no, it's called like Joyba.
Whatever he did,
I think it was
did
called,
it. He embraced it.
Sex.
It was called
it was
yoga,
close.
Yeah.
Daniel.
Oh,
if you
sorry.
remember what the yoga practice they did was called, tweet us at the Batch Boys, at Batch Boys, not at the Batch Boys. That's our Instagram.
No, but here's the thing. I'm really proud of my boy Chase because he did what The Bachelor encourages you to do, and that's, when you're thrust into an uncomfortable, awkward situation with someone you've barely known for like a week and made to sit on their lap like you're having sex, as Daniel B pointed out.
Intercourse.
Yeah. You have to just, have fun with it, put a smile on, enjoy your time with JoJo because you don't get much, and he did that, and I love the guy.
Okay, just because it was your pick and you thought the date went well, it's easy for a date to go well when you're just breathing heavily into each other's mouths.
Look, it was hot. Literally, figuratively, it was hot.
It was 110, just like the clock point. It's 100. It was 110. Mm-hmm.
Clock pointed to 100.
It's clear. Yeah, he's like, it's like 110 degrees in here, and it just shows 100 degrees.
Oh yeah. Like, hey, Chase, you actually don't know what you're talking about, dude.
No, it's perfect. The date required no
He's not as
talking.
good with math, but he's a good-looking man, and I like him.
He has no definitive features. Not like, and I don't even know what you're talking about picks, because what did we pick, winners or something? I didn't do that. I didn't pick winners. I picked the winner last year, Lauren B. Remember how they are in love? Lauren B and Ben? Who's Christian?
It's okay. You're officially a has-been champion, Ryan.
Thank you, Natasha.
Look, you can't
Sorry.
always be
So
right.
real.
No. You can't always be right, guys. And honestly, I think it's a victory for me that I can admit defeat with dignity, even though I don't admit defeat, because I think Christian was right for JoJo, and I think Christian was the best guy on the show. Christian, if you're watching, you're still the number one, man. You should be the next Bachelor. I still like you a lot. If you want to come hang out in a bathtub with me, I wouldn't judge you.
Ryan, you have to let him go.
Christian, please come on the show and talk to us. What went wrong? What went wrong, Christian?
That's right. So for all you people who might be first-time listeners, we like to pick people who we think are going to win. Ryan, in fact, called the
On
winner
episode
last
1.
year from episode 1, and this year he picked Christian. So incidentally, you went home after week 3. Congrats.
He was so good to his brothers. Why didn't JoJo see that? He made him breakfast.
Christian lost. No one cares. I have a question. Natasha, who's your pick for this season?
Ooh, okay. I was wondering if you guys would ask me that.
Yeah.
So my pick has to be the country singer,
James Taylor?
James Taylor.
Oh, wait.
Whoa.
Are we allowing
Jake's-
double picks with guests? We never discussed this
absolutely.
beforehand.
A guest can double pick.
Okay.
Yeah, James Taylor is my guy, and I know I'm jumping ahead, but their one-on-one date looked so fun. I mean, they danced the night away. He made her laugh.
You made her cry.
He made her laugh. Yeah, and he's made her cry multiple times. And he sang to her, like, with this beautiful landscape.
But my question
Winner.
is, do you see him as being more than a friend for her? Because that's where I'm coming from. I don't know that I see that.
That was my hesitation, but I think that the best relationships grow out of friendships. So, I mean, I think he kind of has got it in the bag.
So you're saying if they try to start a very small Bachelor podcast, do you think they'd go the distance?
Yeah, I definitely think that they would.
Here's
Big
the thing
words.
about James Taylor. I didn't like him going into that date, but I like him after that date because he opened up about, he had ugly duckling syndrome, something I can relate to. Guys, I wasn't this attractive at one point in my life. Can you believe it?
Can't.
Yeah,
Not for 1 minute.
Not for 1 minute. But guess what? I was a short little chubby kid. Check out the pics on Facebook. Actually, I deleted them all. I'm really insecure about it. Anyways, I empathize with James T in that moment.
Well, you do bring up an interesting point, is that, like, usually on The Bachelor, anyone who, like, attacks themselves and like makes fun of themselves, kind of like Wells does, like a little too much, ends up looking bad in front of the Bachelorette or the Bachelor, and it ends up hurting them. For him, it's the first time I've ever seen it actually help.
No, because he wasn't self-deprecating. He was talking about how that experience made him stronger and made him like gave him humility and like a sense of humor about himself and others. That was the difference. Like Wells was just like, I can't breathe. Like, date me.
You mean how it gave him the courage to go up to an old woman and ask her to dance? Is that like all that you mean? Like,
that takes the most courage. It's one thing to ask a woman your age to dance.
A woman your age or a fine aged glass of wine such as Jean Willow's back at the dance studio.
is her name actually Jean Willows?
Jean
I don't know.
That's
Jean
exactly what I'm
Willows.
saying. Like,
Jean Willows.
she's been around the block. She's had a number of dance partners in her life. You're taking a big risk dancing with her because she's probably danced with the best.
Can we get Jean
But he had
Willows on
the
the show?
courage. He had the courage to go up to her. He wasn't a dancer, and that's so important in a guy. Like, if you're not good at something and you try just to make your girl happy, brownie points.
So much insight on the show.
love
I know.
this.
I mean, I told you, Jake C, watch out.
Seriously.
Ooh.
Seriously.
She literally did take over like as the James Taylor supporter and like has been slightly more eloquent. Sorry, Jake.
Maybe Natasha is a psychology major.
Maybe, maybe it was.
You've been one-upped, Jake C.
And
never
Jean
come
Willows,
back.
if you're out there, thanks.
Does she live
Thanks
in
for
Los
being
Angeles?
great. Yes, she does. Let's get her on the show.
Gene
That
Willows.
would be awesome.
Yeah. Has she been on the internet? There's no way Gene Willows is on the internet.
Jean Willows is definitely a fan of the Batch Boys.
See-
100%.
You know what I would like to see? Show where they take Jean Willows, put her in a mansion with 26 young
God.
dancers,
Dancing Amongst the Willows, the hot new
Oh
show
my
from
God.
ABC.
And like every week they like fly them to like Paris to dance, or then like to South America to dance.
That
And there's-
sounds great.
That's awesome.
ABC, do us a favor.
Yeah, you sadists.
Let us make you millions of dollars.
We
Dancing in the Willows.
We'll-
Gotta happen.
will host.
We will. We'll be like the 4 judges. We'll be the 4 Chris Harrisons.
Ooh, yeah.
Natasha can be the somewhat
No,
confused
Natasha will
portion of
host.
Chris Harrison's masculinity.
Natasha will
Nonetheless.
host, and we'll the original Batch Boys. If we decide to let you back,
He comes back from college.
be a judge.
Once his scholarship money runs out.
Yeah, because it's going to. Because God knows that guy doesn't uphold any of the academic standards that the school
Clearly-
allows or demands.
What if he's just off gallivanting with Gene Willows somewhere?
Oh my goodness, that would be tragic.
Dancing the
Wow.
night away.
Gene, if you've stolen Jake, you are no longer a member of the Batch Boys Nation. That is I will find you. I will come to your house, Gene.
Gene, you think this is just a show?
This ends, Gene.
This ends in
like
about 40 minutes.
We're gonna find you, Gene. Anyways, I also meant from a girl's perspective, what did you think of the sexy yoga date? Was it weird?
Oh my God. It was so uncomfortable. If I was on that date, I would be mortified. I actually couldn't watch it. I had to like kind of fast forward. It
But
was
your
so
mind's
uncomfortable.
eye?
No, just none of that at all. For a first date, like it was terrible and
But
so
namaste.
awkward. No, that's not the namaste I like to do. Like,
No, but like breathing.
We're all fans of
Yeah.
breathing here on The Bachelor.
yeah, I love
fans.
breathing. It's
This episode of the Batch Boys is sponsored by breathing.
And Sutter Home. And Gene Willow's Dance Academy for gifted youngsters. Right.
yeah, definitely appreciated James Taylor's date much more than what's his name, Chase.
Well, how about Luke, who I hate?
Who you mean?
Oh, are you kidding? You hate him?
How do
I
you
don't-
hate Luke?
He's awesome.
He's boring.
Dude, he's the Ryan Gosling of this show.
He's got
He totally
he's-
is.
Yeah.
He's dead inside.
Ryan.
He's like,
Ryan, you shouldn't hate a man just because he's been through things.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, okay,
that was
he
actually
has
spot on, Casey.
he has seen his like best friend and older brother figure die in action.
I
But-
saw him like pull a little Polaroid of the brothers he's lost at war out of his forehead crinkles. Toward the end of the episode, he's just like, Joe, I miss you. That's why I'm here for JoJo.
That's not funny. He's a
It's kinda
war
funny.
hero. Well, I don't know. He
He might not
just
have been a hero.
Yeah, he's just a veteran. But whoa,
We support the troops.
No, here's the crazy thing though.
just a veteran.
He's just a veteran.
He's a hero. He's a hero. He's a hero. But he's boring. He's a boring hero, and he's like, again, he's a caviar Chris Soules, but somehow more boring, more attractive, but more boring. And he's like, JoJo, I really feel a lot of stuff for you. I didn't even write down notes from his episode or from his date.
Wow, his date was kind of on par with James Taylor's for mine. I thought it was amazing.
You like the chopping lugs for the the lugs for the wadfire tube?
It was it was more so their dinner date than the hot tub. That was actually
where
awesome.
he touched her butt.
Yes.
Oh
Best
my
part.
gosh, so hard. And ABC zoomed in.
right? Yeah,
but
yeah.
touch.
Why do you like Luke?
Oh my gosh.
Is he your man
Because
crush
Still
forever?
waters run deep, Natasha. Still waters
Oh
run
my God.
deep.
The man's a walking contradiction. He literally said out loud, he was like, in my time, I just learned that I can't be connected to my emotions. I learned that emotions are bad, but I'm feeling very emotional. He's such a pervert. And
That's true.
A pervert?
No, he's not perfect.
I don't know. A pervert to me is like a man who looks at a woman and like shows nothing, because God knows what he's thinking.
Wow.
I think I just made that up right now, but I feel like that's accurate.
Look, he's not a pervert. He's just a veteran.
He said that's not a Batch Boys bit. Hashtag just a veteran. It's a Batch Boys bit
Oh my
now.
god.
It's just a gag, y'all, as Luke would say, because he's from the South. Anyway, I don't know. He said something about, he literally said out loud, he was like, well, I'm sitting here looking in your eyes and whatever. And I was like, dude, and whatever? Like, come on.
Dude, no, he also, the rest of that sentence is my favorite part because he's just like, I sit here looking in your eyes and I can see that I might be with you for a long time. And it's like, yeah, that's how a relationship works. Thanks, Luke. Like,
I feel like all the guys say that though. They're like, I think I may be falling in love with you. I think I could see the rest of my life with you. It's like, okay,
Good.
that's why you signed up for this show. Well, so what
at
makes
some
you
point I
special?
might like you. I'm not sure.
They're not any different than any normal thirsty 30-year-old in that regard.
They're not thirsty. They get a lot of booze.
Thirsty 30s.
Hashtag thirsty 30s.
The best time to join the batch. That's great.
She's
Your
the best
thirsty
Yeah.
30s?
guest host we've ever had.
Wow.
Natasha,
And the only, so.
yes.
Number 1 and last place.
You're Wow, that's a trippy reality. You're welcome back anytime, Natasha.
Thank
We
you,
love
Ryan
you.
S.
And Natasha M. And so that was great. I don't know. Luke's kind of a pervert, but there were some fun group dates.
But wait, before. Okay. Sorry.
Well, then what you
I
want
just
more
wanted
point?
to get. I just to close it out. I thought Luke is a still waters run deep kind of guy, but that's my perspective because I
Pervert.
love Ryan Gosling and Ryan Gosling in Drive. When he stole my heart, he was a still waters run deep kind of guy.
That's a
He
character.
killed like 7 people.
a murderer. Well, so is Luke.
You're telling
probably.
me that wasn't a documentary?
Luke has probably killed
No,
a bunch
he's not
of
a
people.
murderer. He's just a veteran.
just a veteran.
But before we moved on, I just wanted to see, Natasha, if you agree or disagree. Do you think he's kind of boring, or do you think he's sexy and mysterious?
I definitely think he has like the mysterious action going on.
We know what Daniel thinks.
But do tell, Natasha.
No, but I think that JoJo is super into him, and she's like buying that mysteriousness Ryan Gosling vibes. So I mean, JoJo's a smart woman, and I trust her. So yeah, I definitely think he's got that going on.
Controversial point, though.
Okay.
That I'm loosening my tie because there's no rules this season.
Wow.
And the
Get
fact
loose.
the fact of the matter is, I don't think JoJo's here for the right reasons, guys.
No, don't you say that,
I
Ryan.
don't think so.
No, don't you say that.
I
Because
don't-
We will get to this later.
I don't
Because
think
I
she
have
is.
Ryan.
I'm talking
You're
about it right
wrong.
now. If you
I
don't
would have
defend
agreed
it-
with you up until the very recent episode, the very, very end.
If
Yeah.
you didn't defend it, then I'm right. Because
Can we take this up later? JoJo Bowl SmackDown happening in about 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah, we're already at 18, dude.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
This is going to part 2, baby. To be continued,
So,
but not yet.
let's
But we're
just
going to get
continue.
to the group dates real quick. Stick around for the group dates. Don't skip to part 2 because this part's going to be fun too.
Do whatever you want. It's your podcast.
I don't
It's free.
care. Yeah.
It's on the internet.
I don't
I might not be
Sure.
drinking the beer in episode 2, so you probably want to stay here for the rest of this.
There's no rules. The group dates. There was a football date, which my favorite thing was that they got better football players to teach Jordan Rodgers how to play football.
His career, it's like it would be like if they took like all of like the medical sales reps and had them go to like a conference and like we're like, here's how you should have done this. And like that was it.
Well, and I was making jokes earlier that I was like, those guys are probably gonna be like, "Hey, aren't you Aaron's brother?" But
Yeah.
then there
But
was
they
one
actually did
point
that.
where they're talking to JoJo and they're like, "Is that Aaron's brother?" I was like, "Yes, he is the cheap ripoff and the lesser
Diet Rogers.
Half
I
the
really
calories.
Start want to stick into these guys' nicknames.
half the calories, half the taste." Diet Rodgers.
Half the football player.
Look,
Look, yeah, calling you out on this show, Jordan Rogers.
we will find you.
find me.
We'll find you. This isn't just a show.
Look, well, I have another quandary, and that's my favorite part of that date was how James T got knocked upside the head and was concussed for the rest of the date and speaking in nonsense. Natasha, do you think that's going to hurt his chances? The fact that he can't see straight for the rest
that
of the
just
season.
made him like even better
And
because
'cause he
he fought through that concussion for JoJo. That is dedication.
He was bleeding
really-
out of his eyeball.
Yeah.
He really played into his southern, slightly, not right in the head country bumpkinness, and which I would like to dub James Taylor with the nickname Forrest Gump.
I like Forrest
I like
Gump.
that.
Yeah, we'll roll with
Because
that.
everyone loves
Yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Because
Except for me.
Forrest ran.
What?
Forrest Gump
this is how he's
just
like,
a veteran.
I think I like you, JoJo. I'm gonna go play some football and run all the way to the end zone for you. Forrest Gump would not miss out on some football. It's one of the only things he's really
into
good
it.
at.
That's
I
true.
just like
Yeah.
that he was like, "I don't want to get stitches."
You know what, dude? JoJo's like Jen A, when which she goes and gets the
Jen A.
baby from the bad guy, because JoJo does like bad guys, which is
But Jen A
everyone has their
wasn't
flaws.
there for the right reasons. She didn't come
In the
back
end,
until
she
she
was.
had AIDS and
In
had
the-
been with a million other men.
Foreshadowing.
Ooh.
She's coming back.
Wow, this is so parallel.
Christian, she's coming back for you. That's the thing. She's going to get AIDS in the fantasy suite.
No, Christian is not Forrest Gump. James T is Forrest Gump.
No, Christian is Bubba.
Okay. Can I throw out a couple more nicknames while we're here in the moment right now? I want to name firefighter boy. What's his name?
Grant.
To all you SpongeBob fans out there, beautiful Squidward. Do you guys do you know what I'm talking about?
Is that the
Yes.
one that was Chad's roommate?
He's the one who looks like
No, no, no,
Squidward.
it's
The one who
Yeah,
looks
it's the
like
one that
beautiful
looks like
Squidward.
He's
He's the firefighter.
He's the firefighter with all the tattoos, the tramp stamp tattoos. With the-
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Okay.
yeah, the tramp stamp tattoos guy. Yeah, him. Beautiful Squidward.
He is beautiful, Squidward.
He's
Yeah.
beautiful Squidward.
My favorite episode.
And that was fun. Nothing else really happened except Evan. I hate Evan so much.
Evan.
And she kissed him. Why do you kiss
But
Evan?
it was a petty kiss though. It was.
I like how he thinks he's like a hero because he's like I stopped Chad. And then he's like, and then in his confessional he's like, hey kids, Daddy kissed JoJo.
Daddy made
Yeah,
out with
if-
JoJo.
And he didn't. They
If
got a
you-
peck.
If you're gonna call anyone a pervert, it's Evan. I would like to personally call out Evan on this show. I don't like you. You're here for the wrong reasons. You seem like you're like might be an okay father, but like that's probably all that you're good at.
Hey,
I don't like you.
I'm sure he's a good dad. I bet he's a bad erectile dysfunction doctor though. He's probably the worst.
He had 3 kids.
But yeah,
Something's working.
Look, I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Well.
Are you implying that he had ED and then treated himself to get back to? Look, I'm just saying
like
that,
that.
this will come up in our Chadversation, but
Ooh.
I don't like Evan, and I'll get back to why.
there was
but
also
it
just,
runs deep.
There was also like the weird wave he did to JoJo at any point.
Mm.
We might send an Instagram of that. It was so weird.
Do you guys think it's weird how he put little black tape under his eye? Because
Just
I thought
the
it was
one-
kind of
one
cool.
eye?
I
Just
thought it was kind of
one.
cool.
And
Oh,
then he
what
sat
side
there,
was it on?
And then he sat there with his water bottle, took a sip, and he was like, "It's game on."
Okay,
Dude, go
Evan,
home.
at first I was like, sympathetic with him and all that, but dude, I don't know. I love that he's fighting the good fight against Chad, but kind of creepy.
Yeah,
Kinda
totally
Very
creepy.
creepy.
Totally creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't go for an Evan, would you? I mean,
No.
not physically speaking, but personality.
He's got the worst personality in the house, dude.
Evan's the type of guy I would hire to come mow my lawn.
Evan's the type of guy that I would entrust nothing to.
Except for your penis.
Or your kids.
Oh no.
In times of dire need, Evan is called upon by a select few of unfortunate gentlemen. And we will end it there because we have a lady present. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
I'm sorry.
Danby.
Guess Natasha M.
Evan's the kind of guy.
So we just keep going.
No. I brought it up
Mine's
because
not gonna be
Chad said
sexual.
it.
I was gonna say something about Jehovah's Witnesses or something. I don't know.
No.
I just feel like he'd be
Witnesses
polite to a
are
Jehovah's
very welcome
Witness.
on this show.
I'd be polite to a
Chad
Jehovah's
said,
Witness.
Me over Chad. No woman would pick Chad over me or Evan over me for anything except for mowing a lawn.
Oh,
That's
Chad.
why I said it. I
Wow.
said it because Chad's my boy.
Well,
All right.
I bet
How
Chad
can
would be really
Chad
good
be
at
your
mowing the lawn.
boy?
Well, we
It
can-
just
I'll get to that.
we
in
got a
second.
lot.
Makes
We
me
got a lot going
question
on.
you, Daniel B.
Shout out to all the Jehovah's Witnesses out there.
Great airtime for Jehovah's
Great
Witnesses.
time for Jehovah's Witnesses. The second group date was the sex talks.
Well, see,
date.
that's where I have a problem with Evan. He used his time. This is the thing I hate about some of the contestants on Bachelor. He used his time to badmouth another dude and just make really weird, terrible accusations. That, even if you believe that Chad's on steroids, why is your whole speech to JoJo about that? Carry yourself with enough self-confidence that you know that you're worth something and you don't have to drag down some other guy just to get the person you want.
Like what Luke has done and why I think Luke is a good pick.
He's not
Because
your
he's,
pick.
dude, he's not involved in any of the Chad drama. He's going straight for the goal. He's running
That's true.
the long run. Same for James T. Not involved in the Chad drama. Jordan is, and that's a bad sign.
He's
But
not
I
your
digress.
pick, and my
still
new
like
pick.
him.
My new pick is Derek. I picked Derek.
You don't get a new
I
pick.
get
You
a
don't get
new
a new
pick.
pick.
There's
You
no
don't get a
rules
new-
this season.
No.
I
You're gonna
picked
do
Derek.
pick. Sore loser. No pick.
Derek, because he's a good guy.
Casey, should we vote to not acknowledge his new pick?
Aye, Cap.
Aye, aye.
I'm gonna
sir.
keep talking about it. So Derek, if you're watching,
I don't
you were
even
my
know which
pick all
one
along.
Derek is.
I don't know who Derek is.
He's Thick Jim.
That
Thick
sounds
Jim.
weird.
Thick Jim is a much better nickname, so can we please stick to Thick Jim?
Can you
I might
please-
let you do it if you refer to him as a Thick Jim. I will acknowledge your
Could
your
you
secondary
please
pick.
respect my pick? I will call him Thick Jim if it's the only reason I'm allowed to save some face here. But
Chubby Jim Halpert from The Office for all you.
he's not chubby. He's
Uninitiated.
just wider.
He's thicker.
He's broader.
Isn't
He's
that what all
more
chubby
muscular.
people say? I'm not chubby, I'm wider. Isn't that
He's
what Eric
big
Cartman
boned.
said on
And they say that they're
South Park?
healthy. He's healthy.
Yeah, he's healthy. He's a lot of salad.
Hey,
Sorry,
thick is
he's
beautiful.
not anorexic like Chase, Casey.
Whoa. What?
Wow.
You don't
Okay.
insult a man's pick. Come on. So anyway,
Just
about
'cause you
this.
lost.
Anyways,
Sad
About
boy.
can we take a trip back to the comedy club that is a trash can for all the failed female theater comedians out there that just want to
Hey, yeah.
Dude.
Honestly, they really didn't seem that funny.
that is like
Did you think they were
Oh
funny,
my
Natasha?
gosh,
That's the other part I could not watch. It was so uncomfortable.
that is
The only part I watched was it's Evan, right? Evan, Evan's little speech.
that's like getting a film degree and then shooting weddings.
That was the only,
It's the same what the female comedy people
It was
are.
the only thing worth talking about too. At that thing was Evan's speech and Daniel when he said he liked poo. No. Damn Daniel.
Wait,
I tied
really?
her up on the bed. I tied her up over here. Like what?
Wait,
Yeah.
poop?
He
Dude,
cut
he
some
talks
girl's
about-
hair.
Yeah, well, how's that poop?
No. But someone was like, someone asked, in the confessional, they asked him, "What's your favorite bodily fluid?" And Daniel said, "Oh no, poo's
kinda-
poo's
No,
kinda funny."
no,
He
no,
did.
no,
He did.
no.
And Natasha, get this.
What?
This is like very much glanced over, but I think it is like an essential part of that episode that ABC did a disservice to our country by not including more prominently. In his story, Daniel, they just cut to it, and this isn't a series, right? So there's no context on either side. I'm just going to do it as it was. So I always keep a knife with me when I'm traveling, right? And I wanted a piece of her hair. So I don't know. I know it's weird. Put me in cuffs, whatever. So I just went over and, took a little piece of it.
Dude, he's such a freak.
It's so weird.
He's so weird.
Weird.
Like since episode 1, I cannot even believe that he's still in the house.
Natasha, he cut hair off of a girl that was asleep.
We don't know the whole story.
That's
We
so
don't know the whole
creepy.
story,
You don't need
but
the whole story. That is weird in any context.
He is the guy who wants to be Mussolini's friend or something. So I mean, he's honestly not.
Let's take it down
This
from
is a weird
Hitler.
guy.
Let's bring it down
Maybe
to Trump.
be Mussolini.
We'll get this. We're gonna get to this in the Chad section.
Yeah.
Episode 2 is all about Chad. We're doing part 2, guys.
So-
we're screwing you like ABC screwed us.
So part 2 is coming. Look,
Did we?
it's going to be
did
right
we-
next to this
Did
episode.
we finish the sex talks? I mean, was there anything else we're talking about? Wells
No.
had a funny story where he farted during a threesome or something. I don't know. I like Wells.
I wouldn't call that funny. I would call that perverted. Thank you very much.
They're all perverts. They're all
Yeah,
freaking
it's all-
perverts.
All right. Ready? Next episode.
Okay,
Chad
one.
Talks.
Tune in. Well, no. We have to say tune in for the shocking conclusion of the Batch Boys, which is happening whenever you click the link. It's going to be next to this thing on YouTube. So just do it.